I don't think that actually picks up in the mic, but yes, we are rolling. This is cheap seats 90. I don't know. Every time it becomes harder to guess which one it
Well,
actually is
To be
because
fair, we did have a rough last couple of weeks where it's been on and off.
yeah, we've been not doing them at a weekly frequency lately,
Yeah.
so it's been hard to pick out what number it is, but it's 90. This is like Super Bowl edition. This is what this one is.
Yeah.
So,
Let me just start off by saying there needs to be an ongoing investigation, whether it be the FBI or within the
an
NFL.
ongoing investigation.
There need to invest in an investigation
Yeah.
because that is some of the worst play calling I've ever seen. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes has given the refs set amount of his salary on top, but there's something funny going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought the refing was bad in the Bills and Chiefs game. Like,
It's always
you don't
bad.
know
Every Chiefs game.
how you don't think Josh Allen picked up the first down. I thought it was pretty obvious that he did.
The play in the game, the line. Okay,
Yeah.
clearly went over the line. Bright as day on camera. What did they say? I think they said 57 million people watched that game.
Did they really? It's
Yeah,
57 million?
57.
That's
I think
crazy.
just over maybe 55.7 or over 55 million people watched
Yeah.
that game, and over 55 million people watched that first down call
Yeah.
get revoked or get turned over.
Yeah, it is
It's
crazy.
unbelievable.
Well, I just don't understand how, like, unless you somehow don't believe in object permanence, like, I know you couldn't physically see the ball cross the line, but, like, you saw he had the
He had
ball.
it like in his in the like dead
Yeah.
center of his chest,
And he never lost it.
and
And
his
you,
chest crossed the plane.
yep, you saw his chest cross the first down line. So, do you not believe in object permanence? Is that like what this is? Like, is this a greater issue than football? Because I don't know, it just seems dumb to me. And like the whole Xavier
see-
Worthy
That
should
was
have been a
not
pick.
that should no, it should not have been a catch.
That reminds me of like the you remember when the Seahawks and Packers played in like 2014 or whatever it was, or was it 2012? Hail Mary throw where it was a touchdown and interception. It clearly should have been ruled an interception because MD Jennings had it first. This was just like that where
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Taylor Rapp was the safety and he clearly had it first. But then Worthy put his hands on the ball and they both went down with it. And
The ball clearly touched the ground.
it hit the ground. But they're saying it didn't move though when it hit
It
the
doesn't
ground.
matter if it hits the ground. It's considered a dead ball by the NFL standards.
Well, that's what I thought, but they make up rules whenever they want.
And then I saw there's this guy who was saying there's two types of Chiefs fans in the world. Okay, there's the ones that are like, yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan. I don't really. I agree that there's pretty bad play calls there, but I'm just here for the ride, man. I don't know. I
Well,
can't
I
really say
respect
anything else
that.
but that. And there's the other Chiefs fans that are like, yeah, no, that game was called so fair. It was just great, good game.
Or the ones that believe that the refs are out for them. I
Yeah,
don't believe that. Like, how do you believe that the refs?
that's like the extremist level of Chiefs
Yeah,
fans.
and I'm not saying the NFL's rigged or anything. Like, I'm not going to do that whole thing because we've done that song and dance. But if you're going to say any team benefits the most from assistance from the refs,
Statistically,
yep, and gets calls their way, like it's been the Chiefs.
you gotta find like there's gotta be a stat somewhere.
I would
Sure.
imagine.
Here, I'll do some digging. I'll do some digging.
Okay.
Let me look.
But like here, I'll add to this while you're looking
Mhm.
that up. The fact that like the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl for the third year in a row, and they have a shot at a three-peat. I do believe the fact that a three-peat is cool, but it just doesn't feel deserved because like at what point in the year have the Chiefs felt like a dominant team?
What should I look? What should I Google? Amount of flags.
Probably like penalty yards.
Most amount of penalty yards given.
Yeah, I would look that up. I think that sounds right. But this Chiefs team, like they're good, but like
No, they're not.
they just don't. It doesn't feel like they've been dominant at all this year, and I just don't like that. It feels like they squeak out every team or every game at the end. It doesn't feel like the Patriots, when they were dominant. It feels different. For I don't know, maybe that's just a recency bias thing, but it just seems nuts to me, and it just seems like it's so forced and so pushed that I just can't root for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
No, Eagles are the last shot.
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't even like the Eagles. I hate the Eagles. I don't like their fans, but I like Saquon. That's about it.
see. All I'm getting is like most penalty yards
Yeah.
against the team.
So where do they rank though when it comes to penalty yards against a team?
Um,
Are they like
this is as of 2024.
bottom 10?
So this says Kansas City is 5
They have the most penalty yards against them, or what?
penalty yards per game.
Okay, maybe that's gifted penalty yards.
46
Maybe not.
says they got 20. I don't think this is right.
Well, maybe I guess the narrative's opposite. Maybe they have the most
Well, maybe
penalty
that's-
yards, but
That's penalty yards that they have acquired.
I also think like the timeliness of the calls have been very unfortunate to like I don't know if you can measure that with the statistic, but I feel like the Chiefs get these calls in very crucial moments, and I don't really feel like that's a statistic you can measure. Because there would have been like point swings for the Bills in this game. I remember when they played the Bengals, there was a pass interference call late in the game that really affected things, and like there's countless other, examples. But
They're all right. So this is just a random account.
okay,
This is 6 days ago. Do the refs really favor I almost said the chefs, like the fucking Snickers commercial. The Chiefs in the playoffs. Games where the Chiefs have more penalties than opponent, 0 in the last 11 playoff games. Not
that's crazy.
had more penalties than that
Yeah.
opponent. Total penalties the last 11 playoff games. Chiefs 36. This is 11. So they've only had 36 flags called on them. Opponents 66.
Really?
Double.
Jesus Christ.
Double. Penalized for roughing the passer last 11 playoff games. Chiefs 1, opponent 7.
Oh my God, dude. 7?
Penalized for DPI or defensive holding. Chiefs 3, opponents 11.
It's fucking unreal. I don't know. I can't believe that, man. That's.
I saw another stat.
It just definitely feels
I
like
just couldn't.
they're favored.
Oh, wow.
Come out with that in the Super Bowl with that other
Chiefs
helmet.
using the last bit of their dark magic to beat the Bills.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, I'm just.
And what about that? What about that one penalty that was picked up at the end of the game? When Allen got rushed, he threw it up to Kincaid. Kincaid dropped it, and there was a flag on the play, and they probably would have called a legal shift if Kincaid would have caught it, and they would have had them replay the down. But
Yeah.
as soon as Kincaid dropped it, they picked it up. So I'm not saying that was set up, but I mean it seems
According
kinda
to
interesting.
NFL fans, the most hated team. This is by SOG Football verified account. They have 319,000 followers. The most hated team by their fan base. Okay, according to NFL fans,
Chiefs easily, right?
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Apparently, we won the NFC North for most hated. NFC South was the Saints. And then it was us versus the Steelers, Chiefs versus the Cowboys, and in the championship, it was the Chiefs and the Cowboys, and the Chiefs have won.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, like the thing is the corny saying that either you die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Yep.
Yep.
I rooted for the Chiefs in every Super Bowl they played in except for now this year.
I didn't even root for them in the first one. I fucking hate
Really?
them.
Against the Niners?
Yeah, fuck.
Well, I
I
guess-
wanted the Niners to win over the Chiefs. I
What are you,
fucking
big
hate the Chiefs.
CMC guy or what? He wasn't even on the Niners then, was he?
I
No.
just say if our team is gonna lose to the team that beats us, I want to see them win.
I just do not. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
If you think well, think about it. Okay, think about it this way.
Yes.
If they're gonna get farther than us, you better prove that you're.
I mean, I guess it looks better for us, but I just don't. I have that vengeance of like we lost to them.
Oh, I'm still mad.
Yeah, like I don't like that we lost the Eagles, but I really, it's either root for the Chiefs to three-peat, which isn't going to happen. I don't want that.
No.
Or root for the Eagles, which has a very shitty fan base. Like this is not a win-win situation if you're a fan of neither of these teams. I much would have rather preferred a Bills Commanders Super Bowl, but we were never going to get that. I was like, if we could get one of the two, if we can get either the Bills or the Commanders in, I would even took the Lions over
Lions,
the Eagles.
Lions, this is their first Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah.
By technicality standpoints.
I do find it funny though how they got steamrolled by the Commanders when they were like
close game. I don't know.
yeah, they were just like it was such a shoo-in for them. Like everyone thought they were going to win, and I even thought they were going to win. I'm like, oh, the Commanders.
Daniels pops.
I was like, Commanders, Jaden Daniels, pretty damn good. I'm like, he played a good game against the Buccaneers, but like against the Lions, it's gonna be tough to watch it happen. And then I didn't watch most of the game because it was the weekend and I was spending time uh with friends and people. And then I looked at my phone with like 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and
like 45 to 36 or something.
it was like, yeah, like 45-31, I think. And then I looked, I'm like, no fucking way. So then I turned on NFL Plus. I looked at it. I watched the end of the game. I'm like, wow, this is
I
actually
watched
nuts.
the first half. I'm like, oh, this is going pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I shut it off. I'm like, all right, they got it. It's good.
Well,
second half, it's like, fuck.
Well, about that,
Yeah.
I was really hoping that the Bills would have made it though. They have it the worst, dude. Every single year they like get so far. Well, I honestly feel like the Bills are similar to us where we get so far, a lot, and then we can't seal that deal.
I think Bills and Packers fans, as much as we hate each other, we need to unite against the Chiefs. I think the entire NFL needs to unite against the Chiefs, and something needs to be looked at.
Yes.
There needs someone out there. I don't know. Whoever's rich enough is never going to see this. Okay.
Yeah.
But if somebody, by some slim fucking chance, has got millions of dollars to piss away in a private, just a private, what is it called? Private investigator?
Yeah.
Yeah. To dump into some private investigating.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's do it.
Can we just start a GoFundMe to pay off the refs next year for the Bills to win?
Yeah, pay off the refs.
Hey, Bills Chiefs again.
Not even that, just like to pay for an investigation.
Yeah, I guess.
There needs to be an investigation done. There's no way. Did you see that one holding? It was like late in the game. They were gonna sack Patrick Mahomes, and he ran up for like 20 yards or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like this halfway out. The guy had him across with one hand, and he had his face mask and this like the other hand, and then he's going like this.
Oh my god!
He's looking up at the sky like this. Like, what do you want me to do?
Right. You see Troy Aikman call out Mahomes on his BS. I think that was wild card weekend. Or no, it was divisional round. It was divisional round where they were playing the Texans. Because like Mahomes, he like lets up before he goes out of bounds so that the defenders hit him. And he draws a penalty and he's just like, yeah, I just don't think that's all right. And you're like, it's hard for the defense. And then Troy Aikman was just calling him out on his bullshit, which was pretty great. So, but yeah, man, I feel bad for Josh Allen. This guy has been demoted to like Phillip Rivers level where he can just never get the better of Brady. That's what it is. He just can't get the better of Mahomes, who in this sense is Brady. It sucks. And then every single year the Bills, they get so close and then they lose. I feel like Josh Allen is such a likable guy that you want to see him win the Super Bowl. And every year it's just a letdown. And it's never really like because Josh Allen played bad. He plays good. Like every single one of those games, and they can't seal the deal. I don't know what it is, but it sucks. I don't know, man. And then you got the other half, NFC, where Eagles. I find it funny that the Commanders like took care of business against the Lions and then got steamrolled against the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Eagles dropped like 55 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking nuts. But I don't know. I think I'm excited to see what happens in this game. I don't really feel like that it's going to be a very high scoring game. I honestly think it's going to be pretty defensive. I think the Eagles are going to start early with trying to run the football quite often. And then I see the Chiefs kind of trying to match that or do the same.
Wow.
Because the Eagles, their defense has improved so much since the last time they were in the Super Bowl that I feel like it gives them a lot better shot this time. And that game last time was close.
Oh, yeah. It was terrible.
Yeah. I also just don't like having repeat Super Bowls so close together. Like Chiefs-Eagles again. Chiefs 49ers last year again.
Yeah.
I want someone else in there, but we'll have to see, I suppose. So, yeah. Did you watch the national championship at all for college?
Fuck Ohio State.
They won. I don't know what to tell you, man. They won. And I was hoping for Notre Dame. I was rooting for them. And Riley Leonard let me down. They actually had a really good first drive, and then after that, it was all
Yeah, it's wild to me
falling
that
apart.
tennis has this kind of technology to rule a ball in or out, but a multi-billion-dollar company like the NFL still relies on old dudes carrying 2 sticks and a chain to blow calls and ruin games in 2025.
Ay,
Oh, man, where did it?
Yeah, I don't know. They have all the technology, like the UFL. Apparently, they put chips in the balls, and
So you can see where they're.
yeah, they track it that way. And like I would imagine, they have the field all mapped out with AI and stuff like that. So how are you telling me that you can't do that?
ESPN might have it.
ESPN might have that.
I'm just trying to see.
What? Like, are you looking for a post online?
Well, yeah, because of
ESPN, Bleacher Report, NFL, ESPN of NFL,
I'm just trying to.
Fox Sports, CBS Sports, something.
I'm trying to find like the post where they actually showed all like the bad calls and all that. And
Yeah.
I can't figure it out. Sports Center, maybe?
Sports Center, possibly. That would make sense. I don't know, man. I just don't feel happy about it.
No,
And it's very disappointing.
I can't find it. It's really aggravating.
Yeah. And then you got the Pro Bowl this week, which no one will watch.
Nobody will watch because there's no actual hitting.
No,
It's just
well,
a bunch of let's be silly girlies.
it's all bullshit like carnival games now. It's like
Yeah.
they play flag football and then they do like these skill events. And it
So dumb.
sucks too because every single like person who makes the Pro Bowl, almost everyone like fucking opts out and they're like, no, I'm not going. So then you get down to like the 5th alternate guy. Like you got Drake May in the Pro Bowl this year who I saw a stat line, threw 15 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, and that gets you into the Pro Bowl. Which, like, he wasn't bad for a rookie quarterback. I know he didn't play all year, but you told me that gets you into the Pro Bowl. Like, Russell Wilson is a Pro Bowler. He's a Pro Bowler this year. That's insane. How the fuck does that happen?
It's just so disappointed.
And half these guys don't even play for it. So, like, I don't know. Maybe just cancel the Pro Bowl altogether. I wish they would actually try and actually play a contact football game. But everyone's too big of a pansy to get hurt.
Yeah. Oh, CTE.
Yeah.
You're just a pussy, man.
It used to be really good back in the day. And I'm talking like
10.
yeah, I'm talking like that era. Because once they got to like 2013, 2014, you could watch those Pro Bowl games and like people are
Everybody
barely
just be-
trying.
Yeah, everybody just be throwing bombs downfield.
Yeah.
Offensive and defensive linemen for that game. You just
They like
Oh,
stood
oh.
up and then like patted each other a little
yeah,
bit.
It's like, come on, man. We're
Yeah.
getting paid extra to be here.
You got guys like
Stick around a little.
walking on the play, like, and then you got like people just like pitching the ball back for no reason to an offensive lineman, and just no one actually tried. You ever see that hit of Brian Dawkins at the Pro Bowl where he
No.
took the oh dude, I'm gonna look it up on YouTube right now because you need to see this shit. It is actually fucking wild.
You know, I saw a comment on TikTok. It was like, the NFL's gone to shit since all the betting apps. And I'm like, you know what? It's not.
They're
You're
not, wrong. Well,
You're
it's
not wrong.
so like I don't know. It's everything is so centered around that. Oh, it was Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor hit on Brian
With FanDuel,
Mormon.
all new customers get $200 in bonus bets if their first $5 bet wins. Let's run the highlights. First off, Jenny in North Carolina. Oh, hit
A lot of this shit. Brian Mormon is going to fake it on the run, and he's going to come up short. Sean Taylor. Phil, you talked in the first half. Remember Reggie Wayne got out of Sean Taylor. Brian Mormon going back out onto the field, and that is why. Congratulated Sean Taylor.
I don't know if it was a fake. It might be he just decided to run with it, but Sean Taylor came from about 30 yards back and just ran right to
Ran to and through.
You met him on the fucking train tracks, dude.
That's fucking crazy, though. Like, to get hit that hard.
An object with enough force meets another object with not enough force.
Can we example that as like inertia or some shit? Just
Yeah. Science lesson for the day.
Yep, there you go. Travis Kelce says he's embracing being the villain in the Super Bowl.
The only thing that's a villain is how bad he's been playing.
I think if they win, he retires. I think he's done.
He should, because he's fucking dog shit.
Didn't I say he's got like a late night show on Amazon or some shit?
Yeah, he's got one. No, that's Jason Kelce.
Well, Jason
with his
Kelce
life.
has one. Oh, Travis Kelce though, he has like a game show that he hosts.
Oh.
I forget what it's called, but he does that. I mean, dude, I think
Matt
the
Stafford?
proposal of Taylor Swift is coming during the Super Bowl here. Unfortunately, we're all just going to be
No,
witness to
it's
it.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, and they're going to play. He's
Kendrick
going to.
Lamar, and then I think like they said SZA was joining him or something, or like
Yeah, but Travis Kelce is he's gonna pop the question to her at the
No.
Super Bowl,
no.
or he's gonna do it after the Super Bowl or some shit. And
If they win, I can see that happening, but if they don't, I don't see it happening at the Super Bowl.
imagine you plan to do it, you win, you fucking lose, and you still do it anyways. You'd be like, "What? You just lost the Super Bowl?" Nope. Yeah,
Nope, you're a bum.
Stafford. Yeah,
Apparently, they're I saw something. I was on a deep TikTok hole.
Oh,
It
yeah?
was like Daily Mail said that like they're moving all the stuff into Taylor's house out in like New York or something.
Oh,
They got, like
really?
a house in New York on the coast or something.
he's done then. He's retiring.
Like they're moving all their shit in there.
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
think he should because he's kind of playing dog shit this year and last year.
I drafted him in fucking fantasy, and what did he do this year? A whole lot of
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, at least he didn't draft CMC.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. What do you do?
Fucking piss away my fantasy hopes. That's pretty much it.
Oh, there's next year. Always next year.
Didn't take last.
That's true.
Devin still owes me that trophy. I don't think we're ever gonna get that from him.
Well, it's more likely we get that from him than we get him to do a punishment. So I guess trophy it is.
I mean,
Pry it out of him.
I know, but still,
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's coming up to draft season is what I'm excited about. In free agency, I'm about done and past the Super Bowl here. Once this whole game's over, it's just gonna be all right. What can the Packers do to not fuck up next year? Trade for Max Crosby, number one.
that would be sweet.
Doubt it's gonna happen. He's not gonna be a free agent, but the Raiders could trade him. That's what I was hearing.
I would trade him.
Smooth. Was it?
What?
Was that the stomach? Or is it, I was gonna say, was that a fart or
No.
a stomach gloral?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I think Max Crosby would be a good fit on the Packers. Although the Packers will not go get him, or they will not go get T. Higgins because they
Costs a lot of money.
do not like to spend money. Although they did get Jacobs and McKinney, and that both worked out. So maybe do it again and get like T. Higgins, because I don't know what you think, but I don't think any of the wide receivers on the Packers are good enough to be considered a wide receiver one.
No, we have all wide receiver 2s and maybe a 3.
Yeah, exactly. They're not. No one's consistently good enough.
No.
They're all like decent if they're on other teams,
No.
but
What we really need to do is we need to figure out our defensive positions. Feel like we can squeak by with our offense, maybe pick up a rookie in the draft, work them in, see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that seems to be where we get most of our wide receivers from. is
oh yeah,
rookies,
definitely
draft.
drafts.
We have pretty good prospects. You know,
I
we
think-
do pretty good drafting.
Almost every single offensive weapon we have, like wide receivers, tight ends, running backs besides Josh Jacobs, almost all those guys were drafted by us and homegrown, haven't gone to another team.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean, that's kind of been the route we've been following. I would like them to bring in a veteran at wide receiver, like preferably T. Higgins, because I know he's going to be a free agent this year. Or trade for someone like bring Devontae Adams back. I'm not opposed to that.
I see.
If we can get a cheap deal on him.
I was gonna say I see Devontae coming back if A-Rod retires.
I could see that. Yeah, definitely.
I could see him potentially coming back if Aaron Rodgers retires.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much is left on his contract.
But if you can get him on a cheap deal, I think he's a free agent at the end of this year,
Is he?
unless the Jets re-sign him. But I don't think he wants to stay on the Jets. He's probably going to want to go to wherever fucking Aaron Rodgers goes, you know. So, but
Well, let's do some digging.
I would hope that he would decide to come back to the Packers. I think he misses Green Bay. Not so much
Yeah.
for the city itself, but probably the organization, you know. And I still believe to this day that
Oh.
he just thought Jordan Love was going to be shit.
Well, oh, Jets contract. My fucking phone would load.
And if the Packers are going to do anything in the draft, they need a corner, I would say, round 1. Or a pass rusher. But corner, I mean, no one on our roster is good except for Jair, but Jair doesn't play, so I think they're probably going to cut him or trade him. And then that leaves you, what, Keyshawn Nixon? Guy sucks. Eric Stokes is a free agent this year. Maybe Keyshawn Nixon's not that bad, but he's not good
Well,
enough to be
It won't.
a starting corner.
Fucking hate this.
Carrington Valentine, okay. Kind of shit, though. I mean, he got bullied by Dallas Goedert in that game against the Eagles. Bro got stiff-armed like 5 times.
So the Jets picked him up in full contract. Adams is in the third of his 5-year contract with $140
Oh, okay.
million.
So he's not a free agent
So
yet.
he's got another year after this year.
So,
Oh wait, no, 2022. Yeah, so this would be his third year of the NFL.
so he
got
is not a free agent yet. So he would have to be traded.
Because the Jets picked him up in full contract.
What is he even worth nowadays? Not a first rounder.
So the Raiders gave him 5-year, $140 million contract, 19.25 as a sign-on bonus, 65.67 guaranteed. So $80 million guaranteed, pretty much.
I don't think he's worth 80 million guaranteed now. He's still good, but he's definitely not at his peak anymore.
Yeah, no.
I would definitely not pay him a boatload of money.
No.
So, T. Higgins, though, I will gladly pay T. Higgins a boatload of money. I mean, back up the money truck, because I feel like he is he's like 27, 28, still pretty young, still good, and kind of overshadowed by Jamar Chase. So, I mean, he can come here, he can shine, he can be wide receiver 1, and we would be in a better position. So,
I don't know. He's from Cincy. Well, I guess Cincinnati gets pretty cold. I don't know.
I think he'd be all right. I just don't think that, like, the Bengals are going to want to pay him, because the Bengals don't like to spend money at all.
No, the Bengals don't like to spend money. Packers don't like to spend money.
Yeah, it's not a good thing in the NFL nowadays when you need to spend money to win.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe the Chiefs don't do that because fucking
Yeah, they do.
they let
They do.
Tyreek
This
Hill
is not
walk.
Confirmed.
Oh yeah, they spend money.
Yeah, they let Tyreek Hill walk. They put all their money in the refs.
At least it's not like college where
You know what? I guarantee you. I don't guarantee, but this is what I think 80% of what happened. I bet you Pat Mahomes sat down with Roger Goodell, okay, after they won the first Super Bowl.
yeah.
I bet you made a deal with him. He's like, hey, if we make it to the second Super Bowl, and win it, third year, you gotta fucking milk us along so we make it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
And then we can have the first three-peat. And actually, Packers had 2 3-peats way back in the day. So the second 3-peat, technically.
So did he sell his soul to get
I think he did.
Super Bowl number 3?
Roger Goodell's the devil.
You're gonna see like fucking Mahomes on the field. He's gonna grow devil horns out of his fucking helmet during the Super Bowl.
He can take those devil horns and shove them right up his ass.
Yeah.
He's a pussy.
Well, there you go.
Fucking suck my knob, curve it.
Speaking of paying people, did you see it was a little while ago, Shane Gillis talking to Nick Saban, and he like kind of called them out for paying the SEC paying players. Or he made like a joke about it. And
Was this when they were on Saturday?
they were on College Game Day, yeah. And like apparently Nick Saban actually got like pissed about it.
Yeah.
He was like, and he called that was the whole Alabama Jones thing, and like, but Nick Saban.
Yeah, that's old news, man. That happened.
It is, but like, apparently, I just heard that Shane Gillis said that Nick Saban was actually pissed. And I think he could kind of tell he was.
Well, Shane was on. They did another Save or Protect Our Parks
Yeah,
last week. I was listening to it, and
yeah,
Jamie is a fucking big Ohio State fan.
yeah. I ended up watching that episode. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, oh, so don't you get money from like a pedophile or something?
yeah. He said that he's like,
Or like Epstein's buddy or something?
yeah, and then
Like giving him shit. And I still can't believe that he bet $1,000 for Notre Dame to win. I was
Yeah, that's
looking the whole
dumb.
time. I was like, I don't want Ohio State to win, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna kick the shit out of Notre Dame.
yeah, exactly.
Like it's one of those. It's
Well,
like,
he wanted to bet that Notre Dame plus a spread or like minus whatever,
yeah,
or it was like +8 or whatever.
It was
And
like 9.5 or 10.
yeah, and I would only bet that much money. I probably wouldn't bet that much money in the first list, but I would only take the bet if you gave me the points and with Notre Dame. Because there's no way I am straight betting Notre Dame to win over Ohio State. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
And then I remember Joe in that episode was ripping on the whole time. He's like, "Nah, fuck that. Bet like a man. Come on, Notre Dame straight up." I'm like, "No, it's fucking dude."
So bad, such a bad idea.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they're gonna get stomped most likely, and they did. So I mean, they kind of made it close towards the end, but it was nowhere
Right.
close. But when you have college games like that, I feel like it's not so much like an NFL. I'd be more willing to take a one-on-one type of matchup of okay, I'll just money line, I'll take this team.
Yeah,
College though, no way. Like the skill difference from the best team in the nation, the number one ranked team, to the 130th, way different. It's crazy different. So, and then now that all these people or all these teams are allowed to pay players, it makes it even worse, the gap.
see, I don't mind like the whole NIL deal, but I think it's already getting out of hand, man. I really.
Oh,
do.
it definitely is.
I think yeah, if the school wants to put your name or like jersey, I think jersey profits are a big one.
Yeah.
Whatever jersey you sell, you get a certain percentage. I agree with that.
Right.
I also agree with if they make posters and sell posters, or they sell put you in a commercial for campus. Well, then you're gonna get some money, say off your tuition. See, I mean, if you're already getting a free ride though, give them maybe $500 every time the commercial airs, and it's 3 times a day, 4 times a day on whatever network.
People are just getting paid straight up.
Yeah,
That's what they're
It's
saying.
I saw something. It was in a wide receiver in Texas. He's like, I'm not going anywhere for under $4 million. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about, kid? I'd be happy to get $500,000 to go play. I could ride the bench out for $500,000 a year. Fucking A.
Apparently, teams were offering Jeremiah Smith on Ohio State over $5 million to transfer, which is crazy.
Oh no, it wasn't $4 million. It was like $1 million.
I thought it was like
No.
4 or
I'm saying
5.
for that one kid in
For the one
Texas,
guy.
He's like,
yeah,
I'm not going nowhere for nothing less than $1 million.
I heard there was some linebacker, I think from Miami, I want to say, he was looking to transfer, but he's like, I'm not going anywhere unless I get paid this much money and I'm guaranteed to start and I get this, and that. And they're like, all right, dude, you weren't even that good last year. Why do you have these listed demands?
I wouldn't mind if I was in his shoes. I'd be like, hey, I'm looking to see what's out there. I would like to get paid this much.
Yeah.
If I have to fight for my starting spot, I will. Okay. But if I get that starting spot, I want this amount of money. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Let's say if you're going to come at me with a lower offer, but say I get the starting position, then you got to give me the offer I wanted.
I feel like this all I'm happy they're getting paid, but I feel like it's bad for character building.
Is that 19 years old, 20 years old?
Yeah,
where you and I are fucking slaving away like dogs every day.
Yeah,
we're not as athletic.
People our age are getting paid amounts of money that you wouldn't even know what to do with. So much money you wouldn't even know what to fucking do with it. And then all of a sudden, let's
just say this.
It seems like a poor idea.
So let's say you're not even good enough to get in the NFL. Okay, say you have a great college run. You don't even want to go to the NFL. You just stop playing football. Yeah. Say you get $5 million a year. Okay, every year.
Right.
Let's just say you went there for 5 years. So you get $25 million. If you put all $25 million that in a savings account at 6%, you could just live. What you do is you just take a loan out, okay, for a certain year. So say you take the loan out for whatever your interest rate's going to be,
Yeah.
And then whatever your interest is at the end of the year, you just pay the loan off with that. That you acquire from your
That's
savings
what they
account.
should do.
That's what you do, and then you don't have to pay any income tax.
But these
because it's
guys,
technically just a loan.
these guys are not going to do that. They're just gonna,
What I would do
blow it on stupid shit.
if I had $25 million. Well, let's just say you have like 18. Because say you bought a car, you bought your mom a house, you
Yeah.
got all your homeboys situated, your brother,
Yeah.
your mom, aunt, uncle, like, get them situated. You take 5 of that, maybe even 10 of that, stuff it in the stock market, man.
That's what they should do.
It
I really hope that like these schools, I guarantee you they are, but like they really need to hone. If you're an athlete and you're getting paid this much money for college football, you really should hone in on financial classes and money management and stuff like that. Because like to just give a kid $5 million and then not tell him how to manage it or what to do with it, I mean they could just blow through 5 million like it's nothing, honestly. And that's where you are like pro athletes
I'm not gonna lie.
who end
I
up
think I
broke by
could-
50.
If you gave me $5 million right now, I bet you I can only spend $1.5 million on what I want. On the stuff
I'm sure
I
you could.
want right now.
Well, yeah, the stuff you
well,
want, but
just
like,
think about it. So
yes,
you get a house.
yes,
Yes, first thing you do. Buy a house, brand new truck, brand new boat, side by side, 4-wheeler. You're good.
but that's you. What about the other people where it doesn't end? It goes to, okay, I got all this stuff now. What's next? And you keep going more and more and more, and I think
Yeah.
that's how it gets.
Well, you know what I would probably do, honestly? I'd probably come up with a way for myself. I'd probably be a chronic gambler.
Yeah, that's what
Low-key.
happens to people. It's what
if I had
happens,
that much money, I'd be like, put $1,000 on the spread.
right?
You
Right?
know?
You
'Cause
would,
you have money to burn.
yeah.
Like, and then you say you get an account that says, all right, you are only allowed to bet this much this week. If you go over, then I'm going to fucking bark at your ass. I'm going to stop being your accountant or something.
Yeah, that'd probably be the
That's-
best way to go about it because, like, you could definitely get yourself into a hole being like,
Fast.
"Oh, I got money to burn," and just keep throwing money at it
Yeah.
and keep losing and
Because
just
that
being
5
like,
grand turns into 50,
"Yeah."
and that 50 turns into 500.
And if you're a real lunatic, you'll double down and be like, "Well, I lost this much. Okay, well now I got to bet this much to cover that."
Yeah.
And you just keep, here's the shovel, keep digging.
When Dice and
It's
I
bad.
went a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
I made my money back. I was down probably $40. I made my money back in like 3 hands. I was at $115, exactly what I walked in with, and I left.
That's so smart. That's the way to do
I
it.
was like,
That's
there's
what
no
you do it.
way I'm making any more money. I was on a run right there. I almost left with $40. And I left with $115. I'm gonna call it a good night.
Yep.
And Dyson, he's about to walk away with only 20. I told him like, dude, just last hand, you got one more.
Yeah.
Just burn it up, get rid of it. Don't walk
Right.
out of here with 20. Walk away with nothing. If you're gonna walk away,
That's fair.
okay. And then sure shit, he hits 3 of a fucking kind. $540 like payout.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's where he bought all that ice fishing stuff from.
No,
all his
you're
new
what-
jacket and pants and all that jazz.
I told him, I'm like, you know what? I am the king at telling people to keep going and them actually hitting something and me not hitting anything. Because it happened with the football cards. He pulled a fucking PSA 10 Josh Allen football card and the card game and the card like
Yeah.
pulling thing. And he pulled like 3 people pulled like there's like 5 or 6 cards
Right.
you're getting.
Yeah.
And 3 people that we were with pulled them. Him
Really?
and 2 of our other buddies.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't.
Oh, go
I
figure.
didn't. But they all pulled him. I was
We
like,
should-
dude, just pick this number.
You
'cause
should
had to
just
pick a
tell him.
number.
You should just tell him next time you go to the casino and he hits on that. You just tell him you want to cut. Be like, okay, well I told you to go now, so I'm gonna need like a $30 fee for
Dude, if
for hitting.
Dyson told me that, like, I was down to my last $20. He's like, just bet it, man. What's the worst thing that happen? You win, you keep playing. I'd be like, all right. I would probably, if I won $500, I probably would have given $100.
I think that's fair.
Honestly,
I think
I
that's
would have
fair.
been like, you know what,
Be like, no,
motherfucker,
no,
you
dude,
told me to keep going. Here's $100.
you're right. Here's some money. That's what
Yeah.
I would have done. I would be like, all right, you know what? You're right. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think just wrapping the whole thing up that like, I feel like this is a boomer take of the day,
Oh,
but
boy.
I feel like giving players all this money, like this countless amounts of money, and then it just creates this sense of entitlement of like some players who don't even deserve to get paid as much as they should or that they want to get paid. it just creates a sense of entitlement and be like, well, I'm not coming to your school unless you give me like at least a milli.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well,
You're just showing that you're poor coachability, poor
Yeah.
workability skills, and in the long run, you're not gonna last.
I'm not going to come to your school. At least you give me a milli. Yet have a worse work ethic. I'm less talented, and I'm a lot harder to get along with in the locker room than like some walk on. At the end of the day, you
Yeah.
know. So like, I know that's not the situation for everything. Like, people who are good most of the time, they know they're good and they deserve to get paid. But like, I feel like,
People who are humble.
yeah, you get your few that are like, I'm worth this much money, yet I suck. You know, but I'm not going to come to school unless I get paid this much. So I don't know. I think it's bullshit, but whatever.
Yeah.
So, official pick for the Super Bowl, Bryce. Who are you taking? Eagles or
I
Chiefs?
want the Eagles, but it's probably gonna be the fucking Chiefs. But give me the Eagles.
All right. Do you have a score prediction and an MVP? I think we did this last year.
So if it's Eagles, it's gonna be Saquon.
Saquon for MVP.
Yep. If it's the fucking Chiefs, it's gonna be Patrick Mahomes. That's my MVP picks.
Yeah, I would say.
I'm gonna say that the Eagles win 36-33.
Okay. I want the Eagles to win. I know the Chiefs are going to win off some bullshit. Mahomes is going to get the MVP. It's going to be. Give me. Well, I'm going to go 24 21. 24 21. I don't think it's going to be super high scoring. I think it's going to come down to some bullshit like Bucker's going to make a game winning field goal or something. It'd be like, oh, they gave Mahomes the ball with 30 seconds left and 2 timeouts. And he's going to go down the field. He's going to work his Mahomes magic, and they're going to drill a field goal and win.
Here, hey, ref, here.
Or they're going to do some bullshit where, like, the Eagles are going to be kicking a field goal to tie the game, and then they're going to block it.
Or no, they're gonna do some like flag or some dumb shit,
Yeah.
like a legal shift or something stupid.
They're going to culture up their devil magic to have them, like,
Yeah.
drop the snap or some shit.
And you're summoning Bill Belichick's
yeah.
dark magic.
Shit sucks. So, yeah. Enjoy the Super Bowl, folks. Fucking
I think how many Super Bowls did Peyton Manning win?
2? Yeah, 2.
One with the Broncos, one with the Colts, right?
Yep. Mahomes is going on number 4 if he wins.
I think that Josh Allen, if he can figure out how to win a Super Bowl with the Bills, okay,
Yeah.
he's gonna be Peyton Manning.
Get
He's gonna
2.
be like Peyton Manning to Tom Brady.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think so.
He's gonna have you'll have at least one.
I just want at least one.
I bet you that before Josh Allen retires, he's gonna at least have one Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to be,
It's gonna happen though.
but Mahomes will always be a thorn in his side. But I do think he'll get one. And when he gets that one over Mahomes, like in the AFC Championship game or whatever they beat him in the divisional, whatever it's going to be so sweet for him after so long of getting your ass handed to him. Because, like, this, I don't know if it feels like it every year, but this year felt like the year that, like, Bills are finally going to win one. We're going to finally get over the Chiefs.
This year felt like the Chiefs were handed the most amount of.
Yeah.
Statistically, the Chiefs have benefited the most. I saw a stat. I can't find it. I was looking for it. Statistically, okay. Someone did a
Statistically
statistic.
speaking, yes.
Chiefs have benefited the most from the refs helping them. Like the ref calls throughout the game, they've been helped the most by any team ever in NFL history.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know what to tell you.
Fishy. Something's fishy, man.
But that's how it is. So
I bet you it's Taylor Swift.
Hey, there it is. All right, I think we'll put a bow on it then. See what happens in the Super Bowl here. Hopefully, Eagles win. Go Birds. That's what
go
you're gonna say. Go Birds. And I guess we'll recap it eventually. So
yeah.
later.